Hello there, welcome back to Brilliant Minds. Today we're going to talk about Tim Berners-Lee, the boy who wove the World Wide Web. Get comfy, let your imagination switch on, and let's begin. Once upon a time, in a quiet corner of London, there lived a boy named Tim. He wasn't the loudest in the class or the fastest at sports, but he was incredibly curious. Tim loved to ask why and how and what if. His parents were both computer scientists. Back in the days when computers were enormous machines that filled entire rooms. They often talked about logic, numbers, and patterns over dinner. Tim would listen carefully, munching on his peas, while dreaming about machines that could talk to each other. One day, young Tim took apart an old train set. Not to break it, but to see how it worked. He even built a computer using parts from a TV and a toaster. His friends thought it was magic, but to Tim it was just fun. As he grew older, Tim stayed curious. At school, he loved maths and solving puzzles. At university, he studied physics, learning how the universe ticked. But it wasn't until he got a job at a place called CERN, a big science lab in Switzerland, that Tim had an idea that would change the world. Back then, if scientists in one country wanted to share their work with others, it was tricky. Computers didn't really speak the same language. Everyone had different systems and different ways of storing information. It was like trying to read a book where each page was written in a different language. Tim thought, what if there was a simple way to connect all this information? He imagined something like a giant web where every computer could link to every other computer, and people could jump from one piece of information to another just by clicking. So Tim began to code. He created a new system that could connect documents across different computers. He called it the World Wide Web. Now, if you've ever used the internet, which you probably have, you've used Tim's invention. Every time you tap on a link, visit a website, or search for something online, you're walking across the web that Tim Berners-Lee began to spin all those years ago. But Tim didn't stop there. He didn't try to sell the web or make millions from it. Instead, he gave it away for free to everyone because Tim believed that knowledge should be shared, that connecting people and ideas could make the world kinder, smarter, and more exciting. Thanks to Tim, a child in Kenya can read about the stars, a grandmother in Brazil can learn to paint, and friends across the globe can send silly cat videos in seconds. All because one boy asked, what if we were all connected? Today, Tim Berners-Lee is known as the father of the World Wide Web. He travels the world speaking about internet freedom, safety, and making sure the web stays a place for everyone. So, what can we learn from Tim? We learn that curiosity is powerful, that asking, what if, can lead to big ideas, that sharing is sometimes the greatest gift of all, and that even a quiet kid with a train set and a big imagination can change the world forever. Thanks for listening to today's story. Remember, the next big idea could come from you, so stay curious, ask questions, and don't be afraid to tinker. Until next time, bye for now.